I feel okay when I wake up under the sunrise at home. Ewethu, bibuya, bibuya. Rivers flowing in night.
I'm Kasese Joseph, a tour consultant. I work with Palm Tours and Travel. I'm here to talk about our recent trip to Kororo Falls in Chondo that we named Culture at the Falls. Kororo Falls is one of the new spotted tourism destinations in Kasese district, and we named the trip Culture at the Falls because of the different activities we had put on our itinerary to showcase culture. For instance, the cultural dance HKV, food tasting like omtene, evinyangwa, a fruit buffet which had a variety of fruits and of which many people had not tasted. These fruits, they're normally in the wild or in the villages, so it is one of the unique experience that we wanted to give the people or have while at Kororo Falls. The fruit buffet was so unique that it had a lot of fruits common, and many of us had never tasted these fruits like everybody. Many fruits had even complicated names, but it was really fun and everyone enjoyed that. Culture at the Falls was really catchy when we published it on social media. Everyone wanted just to go for this trip, but it was so unfortunate that schools were open and many of them were going back to school. The bookings were not really many at the start, but we got our target number, and on the 10th of October at 8 a.m. everyone was set, and the Kisinga and Bwera team had set off already to meet us in Chikorongo at the equator. We had a few activities, majorly the equator experiment and then photography, which everyone was interested in. In fact, we spent a lot of time at the equator than we planned. We had a crazy photo moment, like running, dancing, then jumping, which everyone wanted to be part. But what was fun about it is that not everyone could jump. We left this spot with a group dance, which was fun. Everyone enjoyed it. Leaving for Kagando for the monument experience, and then the stories of the three heroes that were buried in one grave. After the monument experience in Kagando, we had to drive off to Chondo at the falls, which is about 25 minutes drive from Kagando. And yes, we are there, and everyone was excited because it was the place we all wanted to be, and we met some other group sloping down from the hike, and it was our turn. Yes! Usually when you reach Chondo Trading Center, the guides are always there to welcome you and giving you the walking sticks for you to start the hike. And so on reaching there, we were also given walking sticks, but the ladies took them all. So the guys were helped in carrying our stuff that we're going to use while on the trail. This was the simplest hike that led us to the wooden bridge for our first briefing. And in fact, most people feared crossing that bridge, especially ladies, because it was a bit old and shaking. So we started on taking photos, and everyone again was crazy. Surprisingly, they were all standing on the bridge. It was fun, and everyone was getting ready for the marathon. This was one of the hardest hikes. Many people were resting a lot, and others even cried. They wanted even to come back. On reaching the top, almost as now we slope to the caves, they started gaining courage to go and see the caves because others were already shouting and taking pics down. The caves were dark and cold with slippery stones, and it was a bit hard for some people to get into that cave, but on reaching inside, everyone was happy. There was so much energy in there. People started taking selfies, dancing. There was a lot. Everyone was energized, and they all had courage now to cross the river easily for our third hike to the highest hill. The local juice was served a Sunday with cookies, as we had a rest there. So one of the artists that we had gone with on the trip started entertaining us with a song inspired by the beauty of the nature around us. It was really nice because most people had to join in and sing along with him.
So it should be a freestyle.
Wanna promote it, man.
Tarangira mwesia nemuaka ebitwabya biryanga birangire yikwa jeche ebitoke eshamboko eshanyumba nabanyu Enjoy to you and enjoy to you and enjoy to you and enjoy to you and enjoy to you and
This was the end of the hike, and we were ready to slope down to the falls, which everyone wanted to see, and we were all along asking while on the trail. On sloping down, we had a lot of engagements. People were talking about the hike and the caves, so it was really fun, and some guys started even dancing, and the whole group joined. It was really fun there. On reaching down at the reception, the first activity was the ancient fire making, which everyone was eagerly waiting to see how these guys were going to make this fire. Group members also tried practicing this, and eventually they failed. Everyone was excited to see this fire, how it is made, and what these guides were doing. We had to move on to the next activity, which was drama and then fruit tasting. At this bit, it was really fun. Everyone enjoyed this. You know, there were drums, these concho drums, and then the fruits. We started on checking out the fruits, the usual fruits we know, and then these fruits from the bush. Now they called what? Ebibunwe. The fruit buffet had a lot of fruits there, which most people had never seen and tasted. So most people gathered where the fruits were served and couldn't wait to taste each and every fruit they would see there. Most people tasted almost all the fruits. They even carried some at home for their parents and maybe friends and siblings, because there were a lot, most of which we did not even expect to find there.
Here we go.
Food was ready, chinyangwane mtene, which everyone wanted to taste. Drama was also one amazing thing that everyone wanted to join in. There were hard strokes, but everyone tried his best to fit in his own stroke to pace up with the dancers. As most people were getting done with eating, we had to move on to the next activity, which was visiting the falls and then swimming. Chonda actually has two waterfalls, so we started in the first one. And then ended up on the second waterfall with a lot of fun and enjoyment. Everyone was really happy. The day ended well with a lot of memories, excitement, engagement, learning. A lot of things were there. I believe many people would wish again to get back to that same place and experience more of what we saw or maybe what we missed on. As Palm Tours, this has been one of the best trips this year. So we also seek the rest of the people come next year when we're going to advertise more of the trips. Be part of them and let's have fun together as we discover more of what we have in our place. So the whole vibe is done. This is the town. Like hiking is done, all the activities were done. So we're now going back. Thank you guys for coming.
Yo, I give you my contact. You add me in your group.
You're good.
Yeah.
How's been the experience? From the musical session we had while at the top of the hill. In fact, it was a freestyle that Jolo initiated, and he came up with a chorus that we later on took to studio for production after the whole trip. Well, we engaged into female superstars, that is Haley and Adrian K on the project, to give it another vibe, another feel with their female voices, which was really nice. really good. We really appreciate you, Haley, Edwin K, for being part of this project. We can't really thank you enough. Thank you so much. Speak up on yourself.
Akokanika menyika loke mirembe Kamba sunao asawo terikembe Obuma no lwanzo kitweteme Injewe to you
and these other wild green vegetables. When the green vegetables die. So